Today we're finally building in the brand new Fractal Terra case. For the motherboard, I'm going with a mini ITX B760 from MSI. The CPU is the 13600K. For mini ITX cases like the Terra, you're going to need to use a mini ITX motherboard, which basically just means it's smaller and it usually only has 2 RAM slots. You don't need to use any special CPUs or RAM to fit into mini ITX cases. This is a DDR5 board, so I'm using the Jade limited edition DDR5 RAM that I have lying around. This RAM doesn't have any RGB, so it's going to be perfect for the Fractal Terra since there's no tempered glass. The SSD I'm using here is the Jade Legend 850. This one is 1TB and it's PCIe Gen 4 and it's only $58 on Amazon. This is actually my first time ever using a Noctua cooler. The instructions said to dot the thermal paste 1 in each corner, but my intrusive thoughts 1, so I made a smiley face. This is a low profile air cooler which you'll need to fit into this tiny case. But since my graphics card is also tiny, I could have gone with a slightly bigger air cooler. Now it's time to install the motherboard and everything into the case. Since this board is so small, there's only 4 screws, 1 in each corner. The Terra also comes with a riser cable that you need to plug into the motherboard. And then the power supply for this case is also special. You'll need a small form factor power supply. It's basically super tiny. Like I mentioned before, this case only supports graphics cards up to a certain length, so I went with a dual fan card. But as you can see, that leaves a lot of room on the side. Finally, it's time to plug in the PSU cables. With a small form factor power supply, usually the cables are a little bit shorter because they know you don't have that much space within the case to store them. And we're done. All we have to do is pop the panels back on, make sure the power supply switch inside is on. The Noctua fan came with this little badge. Should I put it on? It kind of matches.